Hi, welcome to Live Life Ravishingly. So, as we continue our journey with Shivaram on spirituality, so let's start. Welcome, Shivaram.
Thanks, Ravish, for having me on your channel.
Thank you. So, Shivaram, tell me, after you started reading the autobiography of Yogi, so how did you convince yourself to believe in this spirituality?
Good question. So, actually, what happened was after I read the book, there was this scientific mind of mine which was saying, "How can this be true?" Right?
Okay.
Though I had so many experience in my life, as I mentioned in my previous video, I it was difficult for me to believe all the things which are told in the book.
Okay.
So they are like highly supernatural and so on, right? So for me to believe, one of the fundamental things I wanted to believe was reincarnation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because that is kind of a fundamental thing. If that is not true, other things are not true,
Right.
kind of, right?
Yeah.
So I thought reincarnation cannot be proved. You have to just believe it. You have to have faith in what people are saying, right? But later I came to know that is not true. Reincarnation can be proven. So how can you prove reincarnation? So there is a strange phenomena which happens. The phenomena is young kids
Mm-hmm.
who are in the age of 2 to 5, they start remembering their previous lives.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So when they remember the previous lives, they remember their name, who their children were, whom they were married to. They can even start talking in a different language. Like, imagine a person is in US, and they have reincarnated from, let's say, Mexico.
Mm.
They will know Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so without learning, they will know the language.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they will know even things, how they died,
Mm-hmm.
what they had hidden somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and so on. Now, thankfully, there is one university, University of Virginia, and what they have done is they have taken all such cases for over the last 50, 60 years. They have taken all these cases. They have thousands of cases, and they have gone ahead and checked if what they have collected is true or not.
Mm-hmm.
They go back, they go to the person, their family, go to their what the child may be saying, I was here, there, and so on. So they go to that place and check
Mm-hmm.
whether such a person existed. Did he die the same way?
Okay.
And in some cases, they go and explore the secret treasure and other things. They have found it as well.
Oh, okay.
So there are bizarre cases like this
I see.
where no information is available anywhere, even on internet,
Mm-hmm.
and these kids know it.
I see.
Okay, so how will you explain this?
Right.
See, I'm a data scientist
Mm.
by profession. For me, I have to explore data in a very crucial way, very systematic way.
Mm.
One of the things we do in data science is we remove off outliers. Outliers are things which are difficult to explain. We just remove them
Right.
off,
Yeah.
and we keep the rest of the data and we build the model,
Right.
mathematical model around
Understand.
it. But in this case, as a data scientist, I also know if you want to do something new in the field of science, if you want to do something new, you have to take these outliers, that is, things which are difficult to explain, and you have to explain them.
Okay.
See, uh, when the Neptune was discovered, they discovered it because Uranus' path around the sun had some perturbations.
Mm-hmm.
They were not able to explain why it was happening.
Right.
Because that, if they thought, okay, this is a random, this thing, camera is not proper, that is not proper, this is not proper, and if they had left it, they wouldn't have discovered Neptune.
Neptune.
Similarly, if we just leave out all these occurrences
Outliers.
where the kids are remembering their previous lives, okay, and leave it off, then what will happen? There is no way of us understanding the ultimate truth. So universe is giving us hints, proofs, right? We need to take hold of those proofs and then explore more. That's
Right.
the reason these hints are there.
Right. Right.
So
Okay.
that's how I feel, right? Now, the truth is basically, reincarnation exists, it happens, and because of that, these kids are able to remember.
Right.
Now, let me explain what reincarnation is.
Okay.
So, we believe a person dies,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the end of it. There is nothing else. There may be some people believe their life, they are not born again and they stay in a different state for a long time and so on. So if you the concept of reincarnation is when a person dies, their physical body is gone. Like
Okay.
it's obviously it's dead, but there is something called energy body which is inside the physical body. It's called astral body that exists,
Okay.
that moves away from the body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is also seen in near death experiences. People
Oh.
who have near death,
What is that?
they come out of their body and they see everything as if they are standing outside.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and then they come back to their body. They will know things which happened far away,
I
like
see.
hundreds of kilometers away, and they will come back and say this happened exactly that time at that place.
I see.
Okay,
Okay.
so these kind of experiences also are because of this. The astral body comes out,
Mm-hmm.
and now this body can exist outside the physical body,
Mm-hmm.
without the need for the physical body,
Mm-hmm.
for some time,
Mm-hmm.
in a limbo state or in an active state, depending on your spiritual progress elsewhere. People call it heaven or loka and all those things, and then come back
Mm-hmm.
and get into the womb again to take another life.
Okay.
And you may be male, in the next life you may be female, right? In next life you can be someone from some completely different country. So all kinds of possibilities are there.
Can be a other animal as well.
Okay, what is said is there is an evolution. Okay, here also in reincarnation there is a process of evolution. All of us initially, it is said that we start off as minerals.
I see.
Minerals, okay, and the best mineral is diamond. So we evolve over time to become a diamond. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know the answers to some of the questions, right? From diamond to plants, and plants to animals, and animals to higher animals,
I see.
and so on,
Mm-hmm.
to eventually human.
I see.
Now you may think, what is this? We are considering humans as the most special beings. Like, it's normal for humans to think we are the best, right? We are why should humans be the best? There's the reason. The evolution is the evolution of the brain and nervous system,
I see.
which is needed to understand the ultimate truth. Okay, it is not because we are special in any other way. Physically we are not that powerful. There are various animals more powerful than us. It is the intellectual capability to understand the ultimate truth. That is the evolution. Okay, so there are beings, it is said that there are beings above us, but humans are at a place where the spiritual evolution can happen very fast. Okay, let's go to that later. Okay, so
okay.
we are now talking about reincarnation, right?
All right.
So as human, when you become human, there is a very high chance you will become human again,
I see.
and again and again, unless you do really really stupid things. Okay, you say you are really cruel, and or you are really greedy and so on. You become an animal, cruel animal or a greedy animal, whatever, for few lives, and then come back to human again.
I see.
Because it is said that animals, since they don't have free will, and their desires are, they don't have actual desires. They have desires, but they are like chemically this thing. It's not because of free will. So hence they don't accumulate karma.
I see.
Okay, so and hence they eventually become human, and humans, you stay in the human state for a very long time. So it is said in the books that you take 8 million, that is 83 lakh lives before you become human.
Right. Right.
Okay? And then after you become human, once again there's a huge number of that's countless. It depends. Until you become self-realized, you still keep taking lives
In the loop. Yeah.
you're in the loop. Okay, so this is the way reincarnation is explained.
Okay.
It is present in our scriptures.
Okay.
Okay, they also give details as to how it happens, what process, everything. They go fully in detail and explain. They don't consider it as something which is like, okay, this is a science fiction thing or a fictional thing, let us put it across and people should believe it. No,
Right.
they go to the details of it, and everyone tells the same thing. It's not like one book is saying something, another book is saying something else. No, they all talk about it in the same way.
Okay. Got
Okay,
it.
so there are people, it is said, there are people who go into deeper states of meditation, and they can start remembering their past in a much more vivid way. Like,
see.
like I am now, whatever age I am, right? I can remember how things were when I was 10 years old. I can remember things how they were when I was 1 year old. Okay, and then they go further and further into the past. They go into the womb. In the womb, how they were.
Reverse direction.
Reverse direction.
Yeah.
And then finally they go into their previous lives
I see.
memories.
Okay.
So there is a process through which you can go and you can start remembering your previous lives.
Right. Right.
So they will know exactly what things happened and so on. And for reincarnation to work, for you to be born again and again, you need a point system.
Point system. Okay.
That point system is karma.
I
Imagine this is a game.
Right. Right.
Okay, it's a fantastic game.
Right.
you
Right.
you opt in.
Yeah.
For you to opt out is difficult. You opt in and you get into it. Okay, and then you have like multiple reincarnations after reincarnations after. You forget that you opted in.
Right.
Okay, you forget it and you are into this process. Finally, you will be like, oh, I'm tired of it. I want to go out. And then you go in search of God and you get self-realized and you come out of the game and you opt out. When you opt out, you can still enter the game.
I see.
But the rules don't apply to you. The rules of the game doesn't. So the rules of the game is the rules of karma.
I see.
Okay. Now, what is karma? Karma is a point system which is multi-dimensional.
I see.
What is multi-dimensional? Karma is it's not a single number. I have a karmic relation with you. I can have it with the cup. I can have it with some other person, and it can be either positive or negative. Like I may simplify it as positive and negative. Actually, there is nothing called positive and negative. Okay, it's basically you have karma, you don't have karma. The positiveness, when I say it, is like friendly thing, and negative is like enmity kind of thing. Okay, you can think of it that way. Okay? So the purpose why we come here on earth is to learn lessons and to resolve our karma.
Oh, okay.
Okay, resolving karma means to untangle the ties. The most powerful way of resolving karma is by gratitude, forgiveness, forgiveness and love. Like when you forgive someone, you stop thinking about them. Karma happens. Okay, this is the misconception I had earlier. I used to think karma happens by your action. You do something and karma happens. Actually, karma happens through your thought.
I see.
You think about something and the connection starts.
Okay.
So if you start thinking about bad about someone, that itself is bad karma.
I see.
Negative karma.
Okay.
Right? So more you think about something, more attached you are.
I see.
So the desires are the ones which trigger karma. More desires you have, more attached you are.
I see.
So your karma towards that increases.
I see.
And so on.
Okay.
So the way to go backwards is to get detached. You kind of reduce your karma that way.
Enmity,
that doesn't mean
all those things.
Exactly, and doesn't mean you don't do work. You do work. Okay. At the same time, you internally detach.
Don't hold to grudges.
Exactly.
Right. Right.
So treat everyone equally. Now, I have a theory. Okay, I believe with karma, people understanding karma, there can be world peace.
Right.
Okay, people can live peacefully, respect each other, and so on. I'll tell you why. Now imagine, now in this life you are ABC, you are a famous person, rich person. Next life you may be something totally different.
Right.
Right. So what is carry forwarded is not your wealth, fame, but your relations, your samskaras. Samskaras are basically your innate habits, right? And your karmas.
I see.
Karma. So you give more importance to that than to wealth and fame and other things, which are very local. Local in the sense only for this life.
Right. Right.
Across lives, what you carry is these things.
Right.
More important than this is the spiritual progress you make. The spiritual progress you make is the evolution you have, which happens in your spinal cord and brain. Okay?
I see.
So scientifically speaking.
I see.
So that is what you carry forward from one life to another life.
I see. Okay.
And not all these material things. So people are will be more open to helping others because you never know. You may be born in a country which you hate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's no point in hating someone that much, right?
Right. Right. Right.
So that is one thing. Second is you may be born as a different gender.
I see.
So, oh, I am superior. That gender is inferior. That thing goes away. Right. So it leads to world peace. It also leads to ecological balance as well. So it's not like, oh, I have only one life, so I'll pollute the world and I'll go. No, you are born again. So if you pollute the word, you are born into that word.
Okay.
So you need to be careful.
I see.
Right?
Okay.
So it leads to, if people start believing in this deeply, then you will pollute the word less. You'll
Right.
be peaceful, harmonious, helpful, and live in the society in a very friendly way. You'll be
Nice,
friendly.
nice. It's fantastic concept. I'm learning a lot, and I'm feeling happy and completely getting changed, and I'm getting into spiritual mode. I think you'll also just definitely love this particular session and spirituality. All right. So yeah. So now I just want to ask you a question. So in the last episode, you told that two incidents in your life made you to get into spirituality, and then eventually you acquired knowledge of spirituality, etc.
Yeah.
So there will be a lot of incidences happening in everybody's life. So is it all because of karma? What exactly is that?
Okay.
Incarnation, different incarnations.
So the simple answer to that is yes. Okay. And the long answer. Now I'll give you the long answer.
Okay.
Okay. The karma system is a global justice. It's a cosmic justice, not global. It's a cosmic justice.
I see.
System. Okay. And when you see things in a locally in the sense, this life, oh, this life I have been good, I've done so much good work. Why am I facing this issue? Right. That is mainly because in your previous life you would have done something. Okay, something where you need to learn a lesson now. Okay.
Okay.
So you have been posed something so that you learn.
Right.
Nowhere it is to hurt you.
Right.
It is always a lesson for you to learn for everyone.
Right.
Okay. So if you take it in the wrong way, yes, you may think, oh, someone is punishing me, all this.
Right.
It's always an opportunity to learn.
I see. Okay.
So if you see our scriptures, they tell, like, 100 lifetimes back you had done something. Okay, and now you are facing this kind of things, right? Like, I don't know whether in Mahabharata also it comes. Krishna is speaking to Dhritarashtra,
Right.
and he says, what bad karma I have done, all my kids died, 100 kids died, and so on. And Dhritarashtra knew his previous 3 lives. He says, in my previous 3 lives I have been good. Krishna says, you don't know the lives before that.
I see. Okay. I see. Okay.
Things like that, right?
Okay.
So there is this system, right, which is so absolute that everyone has to follow. Anyone who is in this world, okay, in this Maya, they say, okay, this simulation, I call it simulation.
Right. Right.
This simulation, you have to follow the rules.
Right. Right.
The karmic rules. Okay. You need to learn the necessary lessons and go above it. It's always about how do you. So basically, if you're in a situation, you learn. You think about it this way. Okay. Let's say you're in a difficult situation. What is the lesson I have to learn from this situation, and how do I go above it?
Right.
As soon as you think like this, you'll start asking the right questions, and if you find the answer, the problem will be gone. This is what I have seen, my personal experience.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, how is this happening? Like, as soon as I learn how to go above a problem, and the problem is gone.
Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah.
That means you passed that exam, right? Like that. So karma is so complex that even the greatest of the rishis, it is said that they don't understand it fully. They understand much, much more than us, but the intricacies is so much that nobody understands it fully. So our point is to not understand karma to the depth and every possible thing. No, it is to basically understand the fundamentals and know that whatever we do comes back.
Okay.
If you do good, it comes back. If you do bad, it comes back. Our aim is to go beyond karma as well. That is the main thing, right? And to do that, we go into this spiritual process.
Right.
And with the help of a guru, we come out of this simulation.
Right.
So that these rules don't apply to us.
Got it.
Because these rules are painful. Everyone knows it. Right?
Right.
Like life is not easy, right? Yeah. So that's the way.
This is such an amazing thing which many of us don't know, and we would like to continue our journey with Shivaram in further episodes. Thanks, Shivaram sir, for being with us.
Thank you.